Hello students, in previous class I have explained to you about the phylum Ctenophora. Now let us understand about the next phylum, that is phylum Platyhelminthes. So Platyhelminthes, I think you all must see whatever the phylums so far we have studied, like phylum Porifera, phylum Coelenterata, phylum Ctenophora, all the three comparison study must do, then only you will remember, because as and how I just go on telling you all the phylum characteristics, it will be very difficult to remember all of them together. So important characteristics from that phylum, if you remember, you can elaborate the things. Similarly, see, you have to also do the comparison study. Now for example, how is the fertilization over there, how is the digestion over there, like that, right? So coming to the phylum Platyhelminthes, platy means flat, and helminth means worms. So in Platyhelminthes, mainly the dorsoventrally flattened. Okay, dorsoventral. In namge dorsal side, ventral side erdu ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. Suppose ಇದು ಒಂದು animal ಅದ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇದು animal ಅದ, ನನ್ನ hand ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು animal ಅದ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನಾನು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಕೈ ಇಟ್ಟಾಗ ಇದು ಇದರದ್ದು dorsal side ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Okay, that means if the animal is like this, it is a dorsal side of that animal. This is the ventral side of the animal. Here now we are erectile animals, right? So this is our dorsal side and this is whatever the front side is of our ventral side. This back side ಗೆ dorsal side ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, front side ಗೆ ventral side ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಇದೇ animal ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ this is anterior, this is posterior. ಇದು anterior, ಇದು posterior. Okay? ಇದು dorsal, ಇದು ventral. ಸೈಡ್ ಗೆ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ, ಸಪೋಸ್ ನನ್ನ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆನಿಮಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಸೈಡ್ ಏನದಲ್ಲ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಲ್ಯಾಟರಲ್ ಸೈಡ್. ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಲ್ಯಾಟರಲ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ನಾವು ವಾಟ್ ಆಮ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಾರ್ಸೋವೆಂಟ್ರಲಿ ಫ್ಲಾಟೆಂಡ್ ಆನಿಮಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡೂ ಕಡೆನೂ ಫ್ಲಾಟ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ನೀವು ಕನ್ನಡ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಹುಡುಗರಿಗೆ ಚಪ್ಪಟುಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲಾಟಿಹೆಲ್ಮಿಂಥಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಲಾಟ್ ಆನಿಮಲ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಹೆಲ್ಮಿಂತ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವರ್ಮ್, helminth word andre worm. So platyhelminthes andre flat worms. Now we are going to study mainly about its habit and habitat. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಜನರಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಕಲಿಯೋರಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಈ ಲೆಸನ್ ಒಳಗೆ. So we will start with the general characteristics of phylum Platyhelminthes. Now general characteristics, in that first one is habit and habitat. We will study from habit and habitat. See, flat worms or platyhelminth worms are mainly they are found as a free living also and parasitic forms also. ಎರಡು ಥರದ್ದು ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಫ್ರೀ ಲಿವಿಂಗು ಇರ್ತಾವ, ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟಿಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಫ್ರೀ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಇದ್ದದ animals, the animal which are free living, now you can understand the meaning of this all. Free living, why now you will also understand why I have taken so many classes to make you understand the terms, so it will be easy now whenever you are studying the phylum characteristics. Free living, okay, or I told you parasitic forms, parasites. The one which are free living, okay, the one animals which are free living, having both either terrestrial, they are found in the terrestrial as well as aquatic habitat. Okay, free living ಇದ್ದ animals ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾವ, ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮೇಲೂ ಇರ್ತವೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಅಕ್ವಾಟಿಕ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. Aquatic animals are both fresh water as well as fresh water and marine water. We can find them in the marine water. Freshwater animals, aquatic animals are found in both fresh as well as marine water. So habitat ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ these animals are free living as well as parasitic. Most of them are parasitic ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು free living ಇರ್ತವೆ. The one which are free living are terrestrial as well as having a aquatic habitat. So they are found both on the land as well as in the water. The animals which are found in the water are found in both in fresh water as well as marine water. ಅರ್ಥಾಯ್ತಾ? Okay. Next characteristics ಏನು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಮೊದಲ ಬಾಡಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ನೋಡೋಣ ಅಂತ. Just now I told you, very important to write down these characteristics when you are explaining about this body form. And see here, I have not written like previously on the board how I wrote for porifera general characteristics and Coelenterata characteristics on the board. You have to now understand whatever I have explained to you. Now you can understand how to represent it in the theory examination. Even now you must have taken your study material also, so that you will come to know, right? Body form, they are dorso-ventrally flattened animals. They are dorso-ventrally flattened animals. Dorso-ventrally flattened animals. Okay. Next, very important thing, level of organization. Level of organization. Very important to note down. Only two phylums, whatever we have studied previously, that is phylum Coelenterata and Ctenophora. Okay, they have tissue level of organization. In the organ level of organization, okay, they have organ level of organization. Organ level of organization. Next comes the body plan. Body plan. They have blind sac body plan. These animals have blind sac body plan. That means what is present? They have only one opening for ingestion and egestion of the food. Okay, so they have a blind sac body plan. That's why they have an incomplete digestive system also. Next, coming to next characteristics है ना, germinal layer. Very important. Germinal layers. Here there are 3 germinal layers. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾಗಿರಬೇಕಿದು triploblastic. So platyhelminthes are all triploblastic. Triploblastic. So there are 3 germinal layers are there: outer ectoderm, inner endoderm, and middle mesoderm. Okay. Next, coelom. Coelom. Before that, symmetry. Let us see symmetry. Symmetry. So what kind of symmetry they have? Bilateral symmetry. Bilateral symmetry. ಒಂದೆನ ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, ಯಾವ animals ಗೆ germinal layer triploblastic ಇರ್ತದೆ, so they are having a bilateral symmetry. Okay. Coelom now. Coelom. ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ previously one question ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, when I have explained to you about the classification. Name the animal which is having mainly the organ level of organization, then which is having a this one triploblastic, bilaterally symmetrical, a coelomate. So what is that? Platyhelminthes. Okay, coelom, coelomates. Coelomates. As they are triploblastic, okay, they have a outer ectoderm, inner endoderm, and middle mesoderm is there. So between the body wall and the digestive tract, they have a connective tissue like a fluid that is called as parenchyma. Don't compare with your plant tissues. This is the parenchymal fluid will be present, and that fluid will help them in mainly circulating the digested food. So this is extra information. What I told you, there is a cavity which is present in between. Between what? Body wall and digestive tract. Between digestive tract, body wall, between body wall and the digestive tract. Okay, there is a presence of parenchymal fluid. Parenchyma irtade. This parenchyma is a connective tissue. Okay, this is a connective tissue over here, and it mainly secretes the fluid called as parenchymal fluid. Parenchymal fluid, and this fluid will help them in transportation. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ true body cavity ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? Body cavity ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, but in middle layer ಇರ್ತದೆ, mesodermal layer ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, in that So why we call triploblastic mesodermal layer is present over here. So this cells only will secrete mainly the fluid, and that fluid is called as parenchymal fluid. There is no cavity in between as such. What true cavity ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? So there is absence of cavity, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಸಿಲೋಮೇಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So between the layer ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ, mesodermal layer ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ, these cells, mesothelial cells will secrete some fluid, and that is actually the parenchyma ಇರ್ತದೆ ಇದು, and that is connective tissue which is present in between, and that is called as a parenchymal fluid that will help in transportation of digested food when it absorbs. Okay, so far what I told you, mainly platyhelminthes are flat worms. Platy andre flat, helminth andre worm anta helidini. Habitat, these are free living as well as parasitic. Most of them are parasitic forms. The one which are free living, okay, yavu free living irtave, remember, the animals which are free living exist in two habitats. Okay, they are present in the two habitats. One is terrestrial as well as aquatic. Aquatic iddದ್ದು fresh water ಒಳಗೂ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾವ, ಸಿಗ್ತವೆ, ಅಥವಾ marine water ಒಳಗೂ ಸಿಗ್ತವೆ. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೆಶ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ marine water ಒಳಗೆ ಇರ್ತವೆ. Next is body form. So they are dorsoventrally flattened. Level of organization, they have organ level of organization, not organ system, right? Organ level of organization, because these organs are formed over here but not formed into a complete systems. Body plan, they have a blind sac body plan. Coming to the germinal layers, they are triploblastic. Outer ectoderm, inner endoderm and middle mesoderm. Symmetry, they are bilaterally symmetrical. Coelom, acoelomates. Okay, ಇದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಇದನ್ನ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. there will be parenchymal fluid will be present between the body wall. ಇದು digestive tract ಅದಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, ಇದು body wall ಅದಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ some amount of fluid ಇರ್ತದೆ, and this fluid will help them in transportation of the food. Okay, so this is all about, up to this I have explained to you about the coelom. Now the next characteristics we will study. Okay, now let us study the other characteristics of phylum Platyhelminthes. Up to what I have explained to you, mainly the coelom. Now segmentation, as I have explained to you, only truly segmented ಮೂರಾ phylum ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. So but ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಆನಿಮಲ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ segmented type ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದೆ. For example, I have told you also in the bridge course, tape worm ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರಬೇಕು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಿಂಗ segmented type ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾವೆ. That's why it is called as pseudo segmentation. So pseudo segmentation ಅಂದ್ರೆ pseudo ಅಂದ್ರೆ false. So pseudo segmentation is seen in Platyhelminthes. Pseudo ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? False. So false segmentation is seen in Platyhelminthes. Okay. Next, cephalization. ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಸೆಫಾಲೋ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಹೆಡ್. ಸೆಫಾಲೋ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಹೆಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ದ ಆನಿಮಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಹೆಡ್ ಅಟ್ ದ anterior part, though we can't see it. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಆನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆನೆಲಿಡಾ ಒಳಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಟಿಪಿಕಲ್ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಹೆಡ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ Platyhelminthes onwards, okay, true cephalization is seen. True cephalization ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಹೆಡ್ ಗತೆ ಕಾಣ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೂ ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಅಟ್ ದ anterior end. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಪರ ಹೇಳಿದೆ anterior ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೇಲಿಂದು, posterior ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೆಳಗಿಂದು. ಸೊ anterior region ಒಳಗಡೆ ಸೋ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್, ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಿರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಇದೇನಾಗಿರ್ತಾವ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನರ್ವ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಿರ್ತಾವೆ ಅಥವಾ ಮೇಲಿದ ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿರ್ತಾವೆ. Okay, the cell bodies of the neurons will get aggregate in this region and forms a ganglia like a structure. Sensory organs, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು sensory organs ಇರ್ತಾವ. So that all will be present at the anterior region of the mainly the body. So that is called as a head. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಡ್ ನಮಗೆ ಹೊರಗಿಂದ ಕಾಣ್ಲಿಕ್ರು ಲೈಕ್ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೆಡ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಸೆಫಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವೆನೆವರ್ ದ ಆನಿಮಲ್ ಮೂವ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ದ ಆಂಟೀರಿಯರ್ ಎಂಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಫ್ರಂಟ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಟ್ರೂ ಸೆಫಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ವೆನ್ ದ ಆನಿಮಲ್ when he moves, that time the anterior part of its will move in front, anterior part, and this anterior part should consisting of what? Sensory organs and the nervous tissue. Then only we call it as these animals have a true cephalization. Cephalo on the head, so these animals onwards are having true cephalization. True cephalization is seen. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬೀಳ್ಬೋದು. NCERT ಒಳಗೆ 4 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Why we have to study so many points? So see, you have to compulsorily perfect with the NCERT line to line characteristics. But whatever I am telling, we cannot discriminate in biology between the competitive examination and whatever the questions you going to solve it. When you see the back questions which have been given in the notes, there you will find different questions on this particular file. So to make you understand, I am just telling you the few points. But whatever the points are given in the NCERT, you have to be perfect with line to line, but representation should be in this manner. They have given directly all the points. You can write down, but if you represent in the heading like level of organization, body plan, in that manner it will be more presentable and you can fetch more marks. So now, cephalization andre true cephalization is seen for the first time or is seen for first time in Platyhelminthes. What is cephalization? Have you understood now? They have a anteriorly placed head which consisting of mainly the sensory organs as well as the nervous tissue. Next comes the appendages. Appendages are which projects from the body, which helps them in locomotion, capturing the food and etc. So as such there are absence of appendages. But parasitic forms have mainly hooks and suckers for the attachment. So parasitic forms have hooks and suckers for attachment purpose for the host body. Hooks and suckers for the attachment in host body. Next is skeleton. So skeleton is not present. The body is soft over here. Absence of exo and the endoskeleton. Absence of exo and endoskeleton. How is the body? Body is soft. But very important to remember. Parasitic forms, the body is covered by cuticle. Body is covered by cuticle. In parasitic forms, I am talking about. Parasitic forms, body is covered by cuticle. Now this cuticle will help in where there is a cuticle, actually epidermis layer irangillalli. So this cuticle will help to protect the animal from the digestive enzymes, from the digestive enzymes of the host. So these are mainly present in the host body. To get the parasitic forms are present in the host. So a host in the adakella sigbekala, all nutrition and everything. Now if it is present in the digestive tract, suppose in intestine olagittante kodre, and intestinal enzymes irtave, so it should not act on that, should not digest the body wall of that, mainly the animal, ಅಂದ್ರೆ parasitic formed animal, ಇದನ್ನ destroy ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ ಟಫ್ ಕ್ಯೂಟಿಕಲ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ that's why it cannot digest this cuticle so our enzymes if at all in human being also there are so many parasitic forms resides like roundworm tapeworm that also right so adalli yaake digest agangilla andra alli enirangilla maybe the enzymes of this our body can't digest this cuticle which is surrounding the body wall okay so they have a cuticle so ಆ ಥರ ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸೋಸ್ಕೆಲೆಟನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಂಡೋಸ್ಕೆಲೆಟನ್ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಬಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟಿಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಟಫ್ ಕ್ಯೂಟಿಕಲ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಸ್ಕ್ಲೆರೋಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಬಿ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಎನ್ಸೈಮ್ಸ್ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟಿವ್ ಎನ್ಸೈಮ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಯು ಅಬೌಟ್ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಯೂಡೋ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಸ್ಯೂಡೋ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ ದೆನ್ ಸೆಫಲೈಸೇಷನ್ True cephalization is seen in the platyhelminthes for the first time. Cephalization andre ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ anterior end should consisting of a sensory and the nervous organs or the nervous tissue and it will project its head or anterior part whenever it's moved. Okay. Next coming to the appendages, they don't have absence of appendages but hooks and suckers are found in parasitic forms for the attachment. Skeleton, absence of skeleton ಯಾವ ತರದ್ದು ಎಕ್ಸೋಎಂಡೋಸ್ಕೆಲೆಟನ್ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಬಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟಿಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಮೇನ್ಲಿ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಇಸ್ ಕವರ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಕ್ಯೂಟಿಕಲ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಓಕೆ ನಾವು ಸಿ ಅ ಬಾಡಿ ವಾಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಟಿಹೆಲ್ಮ್ಯಾಂಥಸ್ ಮೇನ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಔಟರ್ ಎಪಿಡರ್ಮಿಸ್ ಓಕೆ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ವಾಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಔಟರ್ ಎಪಿಡರ್ಮಿಸ್ and beneath there will be a presence of muscle cells very important ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಟ್ರಿಪ್ಲೋಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಆನಿಮಲ್ ಅದ so ಇಲ್ಲಿ muscle cells formation ಆಗಿರ್ತವೆ so there will be beneath the epidermis okay beneath the epidermis you will see the muscles beneath the epidermis muscle fibers are found okay these are all the three types of the fibers are there ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರ್ತಾವ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ circular muscles ಇರ್ತಾವೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ okay there are all the three types of the muscles are found beneath the body wall ಅಂದ್ರೆ epidermis ಕೆಳಗಡೆ circular muscles ಇರ್ತಾವ oblique muscles irtave oblique muscle fibers irtave and even longitudinal muscle fibers are also found longitudinal muscle fibers are seen so body wall mainly consisting of heng irtade nodri illi outer epidermis irtade epidermis ಒಳಗೆ ಈ cells ಇರ್ತವೆ okay sometimes these cells are called to be syncytial ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ syncytial epidermis syncytial ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ multinuclear condition nuclear will be many in number because it has not divided okay nuclear division ಆಗಿರ್ತದ but sorry cytoplasmic division ಆಗಿರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ cytoplasm is not divided so ಇಲ್ಲಿ many nuclei will be found okay ಆ ತರ condition ಗೆ syncytial epidermis ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ so sometimes in some platyhelminthes there may be a syncytial type of epidermis ಇರ್ತದೆ so epidermis ಒಳಗೆ cells ಇರ್ತಾವೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದರ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ muscle cells ಇರ್ತವೆ so when you take a section of mainly the body wall ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು animal ಅದ ಇಷ್ಟು section ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರಂದ್ರೆ microscope ಒಳಗೆ we can see there will be muscles which are present beneath the epidermis ಇದು epidermal layer okay so body wall is formed by epidermis ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಏನೇನು ಇರ್ತದೆ mainly the layers of muscle cells all the types of the muscles are present circular muscles oblique muscles and longitudinal muscles okay now body wall admare next irodandre digestion okay digestion so as you all are knowing it is having a blind sac type of body plan okay there is a blind sac body plan that means incomplete digestive system okay they have a incomplete digestive system and even in some parasitic forms there is a complete absence of digestive system example tapeworm okay in parasitic forms complete absence of digestive system ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ okay digestive system so how then they will take up the nutrition through the body wall that can absorb okay through the body surface they absorbs the digested food of the host Okay, they absorb directly the digested food from the host. So absorbs digested food or feed on digested food of the host. Absorbs the digested food through body surface. Through body surface. Is it clear? So digestion is incomplete digestive system is present. Parasitic forms, there will be absence of digestive system. Example I told you, tapeworm olaga absence of digestive system irtade, idu nenapittukobeku. Tapeworm having absence of digestive system. Then how it will take up the nutrition? By absorption of digested food from the body surface. Okay. So digestion, I told you, absence of digestive system also is seen in the tapeworm. Now respiration, okay, here the gaseous exchange again occurs through the body surface. The terrestrial form irtadalla, ali aerobic type of respiration agtade. The one which are parasitic forms, okay, there it will be anaerobic type of respiration. Anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic type of respiration is seen in the parasitic. Aerobic type irtade, terrestrial forms ಒಳಗೆ aerobic, ಅಲ್ಲಿ gaseous exchange ಹೆಂಗಾಗ್ತದೆ through body surface. There is no any specialized respiratory organ, through body surface. ಒಂದು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, body surface is different ಅಥವಾ mainly the what we call it as a mainly when the respiration occurs, okay, like annelida ಒಳಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತೀವಿ, mainly the respiration occurs through the body wall in the ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ respiration. The skin also, cutaneous respiration ಏನಂತೀವಿ, not cuticle, cutaneous respiration ಏನಂತೀವಿ, ಅದು ಅರ್ಥ ಒಳಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ, right? So cutaneous ಯಾಕಂತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ blood vessels ಇರ್ತಾವೆ which are near to the skin and then the gaseous exchange occurs. ಇಲ್ಲಿ body surface ಇಂದ blood ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, okay, ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾವುದು specialized organ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Directly cells will take up the atmospheric oxygen, it will get diffused inside the cell and the cell will releases the carbon dioxide. So ಆ ತರ ಇದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ body surface respiration ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ನೆನಪಿರಲಿ, body surface ಮತ್ತೆ cutaneous respiration ಒಳಗೆ difference. Okay, cutaneous respiration is different because there will be blood vessels are present beneath the skin. So respiration ಯಾವ ತರ ಆಗ್ತದೆ? Aerobic respiration in parasitic form, aerobic respiration in the free living form and anaerobic type of respiration in parasitic form. So it will occur through body surface. Okay, now next very important thing, that is excretion. For excretion purpose they have a specialized cell and this cell is called flame cells in Platyhelminthes. You will be asked one bar question also. Write the function of the flame cells. So these flame cells not only help in excretion of the nitrogenous waste, but they are also helping in osmoregulation. In osmoregulation andre ena adu ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. So what is the function of the flame cells? They help in excretion as well as osmoregulation. Osmoregulation andre osmotic balance, salt balance in the body is mainly maintained by the flame cells. ಈಗ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಫ್ಲೇಮ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಯಾಕಂತಾರ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಓವರ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಫುಲ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಥ್ರೂ ನಮಗೆ ಫ್ಲೇಮ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತವೆ. ಈ ಫ್ಲೇಮ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ತರ ಇದು ಸೆಲ್ ಅದ ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಟಫ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೀಲಿಯಾ ಟೈಪ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಇದು ಸೆಲ್, ಇದು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್, ಈ ತರ ಹಿಂಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಫ್ಲೇಮ್ ಸೆಲ್. ಇಟ್ ಮೇನ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೀಲಿಯಾ ಲೈಕ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್. ಇದ್ರ ಮಧ್ಯಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಸೀಲಿಯಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ. This ciliary structure will open into the tube. Okay, ciliary tube. These ciliary tubes ee thara hinge network agate irtade. Now this is one flame cell, this is another flame cell, this is another flame cell. Hingella aagi complete idu ee thara illi branch ee thara hinge irtade. Okay, so they completely there will be flame cells will be present. They will mainly carry their content through in nitrogenous waste is absorbed ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಾಡಿ ಒಳಗಿಂದ and then through the ciliary flickering movement cilia hinge flicker ಆಗ್ತದೆ and because of that this nitrogenous waste is collected into this duct and this capillary ducts will join to form to the common excretory duct. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ common excretory duct ಗೆ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. excretory duct ಗೆ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Now just I will show you, this is a liver fluke. It is just the diagram of a liver fluke ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. Can you tell me, as it is a excretory pore na ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, this is a excretory pore, then what type of mainly the body plan this animal is having? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಕರ್ಮತ್ತ mouth ಇರ್ತದೆ. Okay, opening. There is an opening, okay, for ingestion and removal of undigested food. This is the excretory pore. There is a difference between the excretory pore and the anus. Excretory pore removes nitrogenous waste only in the form of ammonia, urea, uric acid, other. ಇದನ್ನ ಕಾಯಂ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ತಲೆ ಒಳಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಟರಿ ಪೋರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ which helps in removal of nitrogenous waste. Nitrogenous waste. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಏನಸ್, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಇದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, that helps in what? Removal of undigested food. Okay, it is helpful in removal of undigested food. So usually ಏನಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, posterior region ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ elementary tract ಆಗಿದ್ರ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇನದ, only this mouth will only help, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮನೆ opening ಏನದ, that will help in what? Mainly removal of undigested food. Now this excretory pore, though it is present at the posterior end, what is it collecting now? What I told you, these are all plain cells. What they are collecting? Mainly the nitrogenous waste, and that is all removed through this excretory pore. So excretory pore will help in removal of nitrogenous waste. So there is parasitic forms which are present, those are also mainly nitrogenous waste in Platyhelminthes is ammonia. So amniotic. Okay, yeah, the terrestrial forms irtava, they may release some, mainly the uric acid atara release ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. But usually urea release ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, uric acid release ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. But here the one which are aquatic in irtava forms, they will release is ammonia. So Platyhelminthes ಒಳಗೆ major nitrogenous waste ಯಾವುದು release ಆಗ್ತದೆ? Ammonia. So they are all amniotic. So excretion occurs in the Platyhelminthes, or mainly the flame cells help in excretion as well as osmoregulation. This is all for understanding purpose. So excretion occurs, excretion and osmoregulation ಗೆ ಯಾವ cell ಇರ್ತವೆ? Flame cells. Okay. Now next one, that is, so what all we have studied so far? Digestion ಆಯ್ತು, respiration ಆಯ್ತು, excretion ಆಯ್ತು. Now sensory system, sensation and nervous system. Sensation and or sensory system and nervous system. Let me explain about first sensory system. Okay, sensory system. Sensory system andre only free living forms irtave, they have a sensory organs, sense organs. Only free living forms. Only free living forms have sense organs. Free living forms ದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ sense organs ಇರ್ತವೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು. Okay, sense organs like mainly ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರ್ತಾವ ಅಂದ್ರೆ for photosensation. 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 Photosensation ಅಂದ್ರೆ okay, they can mainly just analyze the light, not image formation. Okay, they can analyze the light. Then they have tactile receptors. There are receptors are present. Tactile and the sense of touch. They can analyze the sense of touch. So this kind of mainly chemoreceptors ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತವೆ, which can analyze the chemical changes, which are only found in the free living forms. Okay, ಯಾವ free living forms ಇರ್ತದೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. Parasitic forms ಒಳಗೆ sensory organs are absent. Okay, parasitic forms are devoid of ಅಂದ್ರೆ absence of devoid of sense organs. ಅಲ್ಲಿ sense organ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Parasitic forms, in the parasitic forms there is a absence of sense organs. Okay, so ನಿಮಗೆ digestion ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ digestion ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರ್ತದೆ, as it is a blind sac body plan, they have an incomplete digestive system. In some parasitic forms there is total absence of digestive system. I mean totally absence of not any organ is formed over there. Whereas no a single digestive organ is formed. So they can absorb there is an absence of mouth also. Opening irangilla adakku. Okay, our suckers irtavalla anterior region ಒಳಗೆ that only help for attachment. There is no mouth at all. Mouth ಅವರು ಏನು opening irangilla body ಗೆ. Okay, other complete absence of digestive system. Example ನಾನು tapeworm ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Respiration occurs through body surface. In free living forms, aerobically the respiration occurs. In parasitic forms, anaerobically the respiration occurs. Excretion occurs through phlegm cells. These phlegm cells helps in both excretion as well as osmoregulation. Sensory organs, mainly they have only present in free living forms. Parasitic forms, absence of sensory organs. Now coming to the nervous system, let me explain about it. Explain to you sensory system. Now let us see about the nervous system in Platyhelminthes. Nervous system in Platyhelminthes is called to be ladder type of nervous system. Andre ಏನಿದೆ ladder type of nervous system. I told you also true cephalization is seen for the first time in the Platyhelminthes. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ, ಹೆಡ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆರಿಬ್ರಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಲಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಲಿಯಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಗ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಲಿಯಾ, ಓಕೆ, ಗ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಲಿಯಾನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್, ಗ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಲಿಯಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್. ಗ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಲಿಯಾ is an aggregation of cell bodies. Aggregation of cell bodies. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಪೋಸ್ ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಲ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಏನಿರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಅಗ್ರಿಗೇಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾವ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಗ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಲಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಲೋಬ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 2 lobes are present. ಸೆರಿಬ್ರಲ್ ಯಾಕಂತಾರೆ, ಸೆರಿಬ್ರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಒಳಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ಸೆರಿಬ್ರಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆರಿಬ್ರಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಲಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. So the ganglia which are present in the head like the region which are called as cerebral ganglia. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ cerebral ganglia. So this cerebral ganglia are connected by the connective, connect ಆಗಿರ್ತಾವ ಒಂದಕ್ಕೊಂದು. And then from this arises the long nerve, mainly the fibers. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ nerve fibers arise ಆಗಿರ್ತಾವ, which are paired structures which are present in longitudinal nerve fibers ಇರ್ತವೆ. From this longitudinal, suppose in the animal ante kodri, from this longitudinal nerve fibers, transverse nerve fibers will be present. Illinda transverse nerve fiber irutha, which joins this particularly the longitudinal nerve. In the longitudinal nerve fibers. Okay, you can karitive transverse. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಕಮಿಷಿಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಕಮಿಷಿಯರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ which connects. Okay, transverse ಕಮಿಷಿಯರ್ಸ್ which connects mainly the two longitudinal nerve fibers. So ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ladder type ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Hence it is called as a ladder type of nervous system is found in the Platyhelminthes. This is only for understanding purpose. Remember, each and everything, whatever I am explaining, ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಬರಿಬೇಕಂತಲ್ಲ. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಬರೀ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವ್ಯೂ ಒಳಗೆ ಕಲಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಿರ್ತಾವೆ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ಗೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ನೋಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಲ್ಯಾಡರ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಥಿಂಗ್. So here cerebral ganglia will be present. From this longitudinal nerve fibers will be there, and from this there will be transverse commissures will arise and it will connect, and it looks like a ladder type of nervous system. Okay, so this is all about the nervous system. Now coming to the reproduction. Okay, reproduction. Illi asexual type of reproduction is also seen in few platyhelminths. Okay, asexual reproduction. It occurs through fission in the agnodu, and even regeneration. Now, what is regeneration? Lost part is regenerated, or even whole body will get regenerated. Okay, so regeneration. Mainly, this high power of regeneration is seen in planaria. Okay, planaria. It is a free living form. It is found in the fresh water. ಫ್ರೆಶ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಹೈ ಪವರ್ ಆಫ್ ರೀಜನರೇಷನ್. ಡಾರ್ಸೋವೆಂಟ್ರಲಿ ಫ್ಲಾಟೆಂಡ್ ಲೀಫ್ ಗತೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಇದು ನೀವು ಕಲ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ. ಈ ತರ ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ತದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂಗ ಐ ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ಸ್ ಗತೆ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಫಾರ್ ಫೋಟೋ ಸೆನ್ಸೇಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಐ ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ಸ್ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಗಿರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನೆನಪಿರ್ಲಿ. ಬಟ್ ಫೋಟೋ ಸೆನ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಅನಲೈಸ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲೈಟ್ ಸೆನ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇನಿರ್ತದೆ, ಹೈ ಪವರ್ ಆಫ್ regeneration is seen in the planaria. Is it clear? So asexual type of reproduction. Next is sexual type of reproduction. Most of them are monoecious. Most of them are monoecious hermaphrodites or bisexual forms. Monoecious hermaphrodites or bisexual. Na ella time nagu ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ನಿಮಗೆ, so that term will be perfect for you. Monoecious ಅಥವಾ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ bisexual or hermaphrodites. Exception is there. Dioecious form is also seen. Dioecious form, exception either. Exception. Most of them are hermaphrodites. Dioecious forms are seen where example is blood fluke. Blood fluke. Example is blood fluke. Okay, dioecious form. Sexual type of reproduction occurs through gamete formation. Here there will be gonads are present. Gonads formation ಆಗಿರ್ತವೆ, ಮೇಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ gonad, testis and the ovary develop ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ organ level of organization ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Even they have a gonoducts. Gonoducts ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, gametes ಅನ್ನ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಡಕ್ಟ್ ಗತೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. That's why they have a gonoducts. And even the male having a copulatory organ. Okay, copulatory organ ಅಂದ್ರೆ copulation ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟೋಸೋವಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ copulatory organ ಟೈಪ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ reproductive sexual type of reproduction occurs through gamete formation. They have a gonads and the gonoducts to release the gametes. Okay, then fertilization is a very important ನೆನಪಿಡಬೇಕು ಪಾರ್ಟ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂಡ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಈಗ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಅಂದಿವಿ. ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಳಗಡೆನೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ. ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ವಿದಿನ್ ದ ಆನಿಮಲ್. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇದು ಟೆಕ್ವಾರ್ಮ್ ಅದ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಕ್ರಾಸ್. ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಲಿವರ್ ಫ್ಲೂಕ್ ಆಗಲಿ ನಾನು ತೆಗೆದಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಲಿವರ್ ಫ್ಲೂಕ್ ತೆಗೆದಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಈ ತರ. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಲಿವರ್ ಫ್ಲೂಕ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನದರ್ ಲಿವರ್ ಫ್ಲೂಕ್. ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಹರ್ಮಾಫ್ರೋಡೈಟ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಎರಡೂ ಹರ್ಮಾಫ್ರೋಡೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅವ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟೋಸೋಮಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಒಂದರೊಳಗೇನೆ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟೋಸೋಮಾ ಅಂಡ್ egg, mainly the fertilization will not take place. Spermatozoa released from this particularly the liver fluke into the another liver fluke, because here still the ovary is not completely developed. So they releases the spermatozoa. Testis develop ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ಅದ spermatozoa release ಆಗಿರ್ತವೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ovary will release, ovary will afterwards it will get developed. Okay, and that's why there will be cross fertilization again to have a variation. ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಬೋತ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೀನ್ ಇನ್ mainly the platyhelminthes. So these are all general characteristics of platyhelminthes. Today's assignment questions I will write now, and I will revise all these general characteristics once again in the next class, and also few extra points related to this which are required for competitive examination purpose that we will study in the next class. Today's assignment question: how is the body formed in platyhelminthes? What are flame cells? Next question: name the phylum having organ level of organization bilaterally symmetrical or coelomate. Okay, what type of reproduction occurs in platyhelminthes? And last question: write any two examples. I have not told you all the examples, but in between my class I have explained to you few examples. At least two examples you must write which belongs to platyhelminthes.